a horrid story when it comes to the health sector, there is one major breakthrough that's happening as well. Because what if a pill could nearly double the time a patient with advanced pancreatic cancer lives? That is the significance of a new approval in the United States, and why doctors and cancer researchers are calling it a major breakthrough. The US FDA has approved Daraxonrasib, sold under the brand name Razonc, for certain patients with metastatic pancreatic cancer. It's a deadly cancer. It is a once-a-day pill, and importantly, it is the first approved treatment that directly targets the RAS pathway, the RAS pathway in pancreatic cancer. Now, why is that such a big deal, you may ask? Because pancreatic cancer remains one of the most difficult cancers to treat. It is often detected late, it can spread aggressively, and treatment options become particularly limited once the disease has metastasized. And for decades, RAS, and particularly the KRAS, the KRAS mutations, has been one of the most stubborn targets in cancer treatment. Now, this drug, Daraxonrasib, has shown that this target can in fact be attacked. The numbers are what have generated so much attention. In phase 3 trial involving 500 patients with metastatic pancreatic cancer who had already received treatment, those given this drug, Daraxonrasib, had a median overall survival of 13.2 months. For those given standard chemotherapy, it was 6.5 months, half a year. In other words, the median survival was almost doubled. The study also found a 60% reduction in the risk of death, while the drug more than doubled median progression-free survival. The period before the cancer worsened from 3.6 to 7.2 months. And there is another important difference here. This is not another chemotherapy drug, neither is this a cure. It's a targeted therapy. Daraxonrasib works by targeting active RAS proteins that help cancer cells grow and survive, effectively disrupting one of the key signals that is driving the growth of the tumor. And that is important because the breakthrough is not simply about adding another drug to the treatment list. It suggests that a molecular target, once considered extremely difficult to treat, can become a viable route to controlling pancreatic cancer. And that could have implications well beyond this one drug. Researchers are now looking at whether RAS targeting therapies can be moved into earlier stages of pancreatic cancer and potentially into other RAS-driven cancers as well. But there is an important reality check. This is not a cure. The FDA approval is specifically for adults with metastatic pancreatic cancer who already have received at least one systemic treatment or who are not candidates for multi-drug chemotherapy. And like every cancer treatment, it comes with side effects. Reported effects include rash, inflammation of the mouth, nausea, diarrhea. There is also the question that matters to Indian patients. When will this breakthrough become accessible in India, and at what cost? The US list price is reportedly around $39,000 for a 30-day supply. Indian availability will depend on regulatory approval, pricing, and access. So what we have today is not a cure for pancreatic cancer, but it is something the field has been waiting for a largest time. Proof that one of the pancreatic cancer's most difficult targets can finally be targeted.